From a very young age, I had a lot of academic interests and I felt like I was relatively skilled in all of them. So I had a tough time choosing a major for college because I just kept changing my mind and feeling like I could thrive in a specific field. However, I am super glad that I chose computer science as my final major because I've just had like a really great time kind of like exploring that field. And through this video, I just want to speak about why I chose computer science and hopefully give someone entering this field or someone who's passionate about this field more valid reasons as to why they could pursue this path and just give them faith that they could do relatively well within this field. But before we proceed to the main content, my name is Manet Kulatunga and you've reached Content College. I am a fourth year student at McGill University. It's weird how the semesters work over here, but anyway. And I'm currently working at Citi, the world's most global bank, as a software development analyst. And I make videos about student experiences and just my thoughts as a computer science student. So if you like content related to this, please hit the subscribe button because I really appreciate it because I'm just a small channel trying to grow. Now with regards to my reasons, I have two main reasons as to why I chose to stay in computer science as a student. And I have segmented explanations to each of them. So the first and the main reason that I think most people should choose a computer science degree is because it's one of the greatest donors of problem solving skills. Now, in order to kind of like understand this reason, you need to kind of understand what computer science actually is. Contrary to what a normal person might say, computer science isn't about programming or using computers or knowing how to use computers or knowing how computers work. Computer science is essentially an applied mathematics degree where you learn how to approach and solve computational problems. Sure, you learn programming, there are so many programming classes and you learn how computers work and you use computers, but those are just tools to solve computational problems and that's just extra knowledge you kind of gain along the way. But the essence of the degree is just problem solving in general, and I think people need to understand that extremely thoroughly. Most computer science degrees contain a lot of theory. It's not just a bunch of programming classes. Sure, you have programming classes and application-based classes to understand how that theory is applied, but the core subject is a lot of mathematical theory, and once you understand that, it's very easy to wrap your head around why computer science is demanded. So the main takeaway from what I was just saying was that this degree helps you think about technical problems in an extremely efficient way. And companies and organizations really value this because they're all looking for very unique problem solvers and people who can really push a company forward by using their critical thinking. And computer science is the best way to go about it because a lot of problems that we're going to solve down the line are going to be technical problems. Chamath Palihapitiya, one of my idols, if anything, spoke about this very, very clearly on one of his videos, and I really stand by it because a lot of industries that are opening up are going to be very tech-centric, and doing computer science is a very nice way to get into these industries. It's something that technical skills is something that you just cannot avoid, and computer science really presents that for you. And like I said, I feel like computer science opens up fields that are or opportunities that are technical and non-technical in nature. So for a generalist like me, it's an extremely nice place to be in because I'm allowed to pick and choose and explore different opportunities that I might like. I personally settled for software engineering, but a lot of people just go in different directions. Some people go into consulting, some people go into data science, some people go into product management. And all these exciting fields are just right at the doorstep when you're doing a degree like computer science. So I think a lot of computer scientists or aspiring computer scientists could do great things in society and great things in industry. As weird as this sounds, the second reason why I chose computer science as my major is because I didn't want to study anything else. And computer science was the most bearable thing on the planet as of now. Now, let me explain this. I think I've spoken about this before, but essentially, you can have a lot of academic interests or like just subjects that you're interested in. But studying it at an academic level at university is a completely different ballgame. For example, in my case, I was interested in economics and I took an economics class in my first semester. And I slept through the entire class. Through 13 weeks of the semester, I was extremely bored and I just couldn't enjoy that subject when there were exams involved and midterms involved and a lot of stress involved in that subject. But computer science was much more bearable in the sense just because I enjoyed it a little more. But what I want to be honest about, or what I want to kind of like, mention on this video, is that I find a lot of things about computer science extremely annoying. A lot of classes, they just don't vibe with me, and they like some classes just like really annoy me, and I just don't want to be there sometimes. But you can't have it all when you're doing undergrad. I think that's just a fake joke that people kind of play with. At least like it's not the truth for me. But computer science just became like, in terms of like the opportunities that are available and the upside that comes with the degree, and the percentage of classes I enjoy in comparison to the percentage of classes I don't enjoy was much higher when it came to computer science. And it just didn't make sense for me to go to any other field, because a lot of other fields just might come off as very boring to me. I enjoy being skilled as a generalist and I want to do multiple things, but sometimes even as an international student and as a first-gen student, maybe sticking to one route is needed given your circumstance and your situation. And I felt like one way to kind of go about it is that, thinking of what you hate the least or dislike the least is another way to kind of think about what major you can select. Because in essentially, if you dislike it the least, you're probably going to like it much more than you think you do. So yeah, it's not absolutely qualified advice, but I feel like pushing through some majors and just pushing through the hard parts of certain majors is an extremely valuable quality, and I think that can provide a lot of upside down the line. You can't enjoy every day at your major, but computer science and a field which presents so many opportunities and so many skills and certain ways that you think about certain problems is an absolutely valuable major to kind of push through, because it really opens up the world for you. It certainly empowered me to do a lot of things and bring a lot of ideas that I had in my mind to reality, and I'm extremely thankful and grateful for that field. So that's basically a short, cute video about why I chose computer science. I hope that's helpful for someone, and I hope that people stick to this route, because it's an extremely beautiful field, and I personally think it's the major of the future. But thank you for joining Content College, and please subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Have a great week ahead, and I wish you all the best.